asteroids, planetesimals, and finally, over millions of years, planets, including planet Earth. Young Earth was a seething ball of molten rock and metal. Comets, meteors, and asteroids crashed into the new planet. Eventually, Earth's surface began to cool and solidify. Water vapor and ice became oceans. Continents collided, were torn asunder, slid past each other, were reformed. Molten rock known as magma churned under Earth's surface. Magma that spews from Earth in a volcanic eruption is called lava. Magma can also crystallize underground, over hundreds of thousands or even millions of years. Most magmas cool into common granites, but a small percentage concentrates metals to form an ore deposit. Ore deposits contain coveted minerals, including gold, silver, iron, and copper. Humans have mined these materials for millennia. Today we use mined metals in construction and manufacturing, in medical devices and in agriculture, in power generation and telecommunications. In the 21st century, the ore close to Earth's surface has mostly been harvested, so we dig ever deeper to access what remains. In 1995, a body of copper ore was discovered in southeastern Arizona, on the edge of the mining region known as the Copper Corridor. About 3,000 people live in the nearby town of Superior. The San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation is 15 miles to the east. The land above the ore was federal land, an area of the Tonto National Forest, known as Oak Flat. The copper deposit was huge, one of the world's largest untapped reserves. Whoever mined it stood to reap enormous profit, many billions of dollars. But because the ore was located within a national forest, legislation was required to transfer the land from federal ownership into private hands. In 2014, two of the world's largest mining conglomerates, BHP Billiton and Rio Tinto, formed a subsidiary called Resolution Copper. Resolution Copper began lobbying the U.S. Congress to pass a law that would allow the company to gain possession of the land and access the ore. The company claimed that a mine at Oak Flat would be able to produce 25% of the United States' annual copper demand. Environmentalists balked. A mine would cause irreparable damage. Some residents of Superior supported the proposed mine, optimistic about the jobs it could create. Others objected. They had lived through mining's boom-bust cycle before and were wary. Native Americans protested. Oak Flat, the San Carlos Apache believe, is sacred land. Arizona's Copper Corridor is wild desert country, with undulating mountains and riparian canyons. The landscape is also studded with man-made canyons, vast open-pit mines. There is the Asarco Ray copper mine in Kearney, a short drive from Superior, and the Freeport-McMoran copper and gold mine, 18 miles northeast in the town of Miami. There are the three chasms of the Morenci mine to the east, and the defunct Lavender Pit to the south in Bisbee. If you stand at the edge of these mines, you could imagine you have arrived at the ruins of an ancient civilization. You are alone in a colossal, abandoned amphitheater. An open-pit mine is as monumental as the pyramids of Giza or Mexico's Teotihuacan. Spiraling ledges descend into the depths of the mine canyon. Canyon walls shimmer in shades of green, blue, pink, red, malachite, azurite, oxidizing iron. An open-pit mine is an enormous gash in the earth, an eyesore so spectacular it becomes sublime. The proposed Resolution copper mine would be different. It would not be an open pit. The company plans to extract the ore using a method known as block caving, which removes the ore from underneath. Mine shafts would be more than a mile deep, the deepest in North America. Temperatures at the deepest levels would reach 180 degrees Fahrenheit. As Resolution's block caving operation causes progressive layers of earth to fall inward, eventually the ground's surface itself would give way, leaving a crater in the landscape. This is known as subsidence. The company predicts that the subsidence crater would be up to 2 miles wide and 1,000 feet deep.